Can you hear me? Can you hear me calling? Oh my goodness. Nobody heard a damn thing I just said, did they? Oh my god. Sorry. It's alright. Can you hear me now, bro? Yeah, I know. I just figured that out. I just figured it out before someone came in. So you probably couldn't hear me on the delay. Always a shit show, right? Am I right? You know what? Let me see something here. Is that too much light? Oh, god damn. That's what we're doing tonight. Move a few things. I'm gonna move this light. Because it's blinding me. Fucking blinding me. So we do have a prize tonight, regardless of when and how I do this. All right, yeah, that's much better. Much better. Okay. Oh no, I don't think he's going to make it. Oh, he's going to make it all right. He's going to make it all the way onto a lamp base. And then hopefully into somebody's home for an exorbitant amount of money. Exorbitant? I don't know. So who's here? Alan and Jet Screamer. So what's going on? Is that sausage ribs? No. All right, so what I was explaining earlier, before I realized the mic wasn't on, is I got tape here so you can't really see the guts. Is it's going to look like he's on fire on the inside. So you start off with a shitload of yellow, and while that's still red, you stipple using nipple sponges here. You stipple with your nipples, red into it. And you start with yellow, punch the red, and eventually oranges will come out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some yellows and some oranges, and I'm actually going to highlight a few spots. Again, no second camera. I didn't feel like setting that up today. I'll keep showing you guys, not that you'll be able to see much of a difference. Tonight's more about a chat. You know, just a chat. You guys come up with a topic, and we can fucking gab like a bunch of... cluck like a bunch of fucking hens over at the, you know... the beauty fucking parlor. I want to shut this phone off real quick. So I did get a new phone this past week. It's a little dude. It's the S23 or something like that. Not the Plus, but I was able to upgrade it for free because my other phone just wasn't doing shit anymore. And so I finally had to upgrade my phone. So when I start making videos with that, I already have for my Creepy Crawl channel. It's going to look better. All right, you're off. Stop with the fucking doos, okay? I don't know if you guys can hear that. What the fuck? You know what? I'm unplugging it. I'm unplugging it all the way. Get out of here. But that's the old phone. It had actually... the thumbnail for this video has been in that phone for a week and a half now. I meant to do this earlier, you know. Fuck it. Well, I'm thinking about it. So anyone who's a Creep member there, you know, the Creep Collective, this is tonight's Wheel of Doom prize. If you are a member, buttons down below. You're basically telling me that you want to win this junk from me, and that you'll give me your address, and that you are in the lower 48 states, unless you want to pay for international shipping. Lower 48 only, though, because I am a broke fucking dude. Sponges, yeah, man, look at them. Look at them. Look at the sponges. Pasty sponges. You know? I was making jokes about that earlier, and I didn't really appreciate it too much. But I was trying to say earlier, and this is what I was saying when I realized the microphone wasn't on. I don't know what the hell happened to my palette. Last night, I literally poured the paint into little souffle cups, little ramekins, which I'm going to have to use tonight. And I worked off of that, which was fine because I had to keep dipping the sponges into it. But I want to win, and I'm probably about an hour south. Right on. Are you one of my members here, buddy? Let me see. Let me see who we got. I can't find the button. Are you on there, buddy? Can get you on there. And you can win all kinds of stuffs. Now, S Mill is not in this one. Because they won last time. I figured that was the fairest way to go about it. Since they won the last one, I took his name off of it. He won the 3D printed Atari VCS with the retro pie on the inside, or whatever you call it. Let me put those over here in case I decide to do a little bit more other colors. But yeah, man, if you're Jet, I didn't even check to see if you were on that. No, you're not, Jet. Come on, man, click that button. Yay, Jet Screamers. Let me add you right now. We're gonna just do Jet Set Nation. Oh my God, there goes my torch. I'm just gonna put Scream. Jet Scream. There you go, buddy. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. That's so rad. Alright, let's bring this back up. We'll do that in a little bit. You do not have to be here to actually win. No, that's cool, man. I appreciate it, Jet. Jet says I didn't see it until you pointed it out. yeah, I just figured it was fairest that way. So, we'll do it. We'll do it. You don't have to be here. You just have to somehow be able to get a hold of me in real life. And if we do speak like on Facebook, but your name isn't the name as your avatar name or your screen name or whatever the fuck, chances are I haven't connected you to yet. So, so you're gonna have to reach out to me. So, all right. Somebody already had hacked the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary game. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, hopefully whoever wins this can hack it. I did charge it up like a week ago. Again, I wanted to do the stream then. The thumbnail was made way back then, but I just haven't been able to get on, But yeah, this is what I'm going to give away today. I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago, and it's fulfilled its purpose here. I don't use it much, so I'm going to pass it on to one of you guys. I did charge the battery and gave it a good test. Works fine. I think I used it 3 times, and one of them was for a video on this channel, so it just stayed back here. I don't know if you could ever see it, but it just stayed. Actually, I think the Creep It Real thing that GameZar and his wife got me, it was there. I think that's what replaced it. So, best of luck to everybody, especially you, Jet Screamer. I really do appreciate that, man. I really do. Someone's already hacked. Yeah. No problem and cool. Cool. Nothing really going on here. So, I do have my glasses. I'm going to turn them on. So this is what we're dealing with if someone's just coming in now. So I'm going to add just a little bit more yellow to it. And I'm going to do it by hand with a brush that I fucking had over here. Yay. Nothing crazy for you fellow artists. It's a Princeton Select. It doesn't matter. I get discount at work for them anyway, regardless of the price. But let's see. We're gonna go with Amsterdam acrylic. I got these. I'm only gonna squirt the tiniest little bit in there. I've got these abstract patches. Acrylic paint, and I got the primary color set to start off with to try them out because of the little nipples you can use to do different things. And the yellow was like fucking cottage cheese. It was curdled, so I got the Amsterdam. Do you have the Zelda Anniversary game in watch version? I don't. I got a fucking hair in my mouth or something. Too much pussy. I don't. I didn't actually go after that one. I don't have nostalgia for The Legend of Zelda. In fact, we tried to do something with it a while back, and I kind of failed. I was going to play it for the first time all the way through. And I ended up not doing it because I was just too tired that week. I was away for training in a hotel room, so I brought this clone I had of the NES and tried to get into it. So you know what? When that one came out, I didn't really go after it. I could still find them at Targets and stuff, but I don't. I don't have that one. So all I'm doing is I'm stippling random specks of yellow. Even if you were to see this, I don't think you'd even notice any differences. Again, this is just more of a catalyst to have something to do while we're talking. Or while there's no one talking, And I tend to gab a little bit better when I'm doing something else, too. So, again, the illusion here is reds, yellows, and oranges. Almost comically so, And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry brush some carbon black on there, and then a darker shade of gray, like a real dark shade of gray, and then maybe a little bit of regular gray for some ashy effect. And it'll look like it's burning and inside is just embers instead of like an actual flame. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish here. I'm just stippling on yellow. Even if you could see it. I still use a Vita if I need a game on the go. That's cool, man. Never owned a Vita. Everyone I know that has one absolutely loves it for whatever reason. Everyone has a different need for it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I'm going to get an orange. The question is, which orange? My birthday's coming up. My birthday's coming up. I was born on the 8th. The 8th of March. I don't know what the fuck that was. It's only me and Anna home right now. And she's probably watching some kind of like an anime thing. And when she gets excited, like she's very vocal. She's very vocal. So she probably just watched something. I don't know if you even heard that noise, but see, what is this? Red orange. Red orange. For those who care about that sort of thing. But so yeah, I'm just gonna do the same thing with the orange. And even if I touch a few spots that are still wet with yellow, as long as the colors really do their thing, you know. Might have to change the title, dude. Well, okay, so I've been learning a lot lately about this fucking DK Oldies cats. These folks that refurbish supposedly game consoles, and apparently they're not really doing it or something. So I watched a whole bunch of the TikToks. I'm on TikTok under Amelia McCobb. I had an Atari Creep account, but I don't want to associate anything on TikTok with my channel. So I did this little experiment to see how long it would take me to get kicked off. It took 5 posts. 5 posts for TikTok to kick that account off permanently. So I'm a little hardcore, but fuck, what was I talking about? It'll come to me. When I paint, my mind just goes everywhere. My mind goes everywhere. If someone could remind me what the fuck I was talking about before that. The TikTok thing. Oh, DK Oldies. DK Oldies, yeah. So I looked into them, and it's like, I don't know what to think. I mean, I can't say anything either way, because I don't have any experience with the product. Or the services, I should say. Apparently you can send your own shit in and they'll fix them, but they've been proven to actually not do anything, and their model right now is to just send out whatever and worry about it in the back end. You know, fix the floods if it happens, and if it doesn't, fuck, you know, customer retention. Rich was talking about them like a week ago. I think it was Rich, Review Tech USA. I think it was him. This is fucking making me hungry, guys. Has anybody who's watching now, it looks like there's only 3 is now. Has any of you, ordered from them? Hey, what's up, man? This is what I'm painting. I'm adding some orange to these flamed ribs. I was explaining earlier, today's just more about having me do something while chatting. But I'm painting a corpse. Painting a corpse. Because, I don't know, I saw the prices, and you know, I guess the justification is they supposedly put all kinds of work into them, but it just seems like from the few things I have seen about them online, with the exception of a few orders, you know, there's a few reviews here and there, and where people got whatever that were, you know, what they were expecting, I should say. But more times than not, it seems like everyone keeps getting shit that's just banged up. You know, they say they open these things, blow them out, and clean them, and then they, you know. Has anyone ordered any from them? Let's see, Alan, do you have the triple X-rated Atari games? I don't. Honestly, I don't have any of the, and I'm not going to say the P word. Oh, fuck, I say everything else, porn. I don't have any of the porn games. I had one a long time ago. Technically, my brother had it. He hid it under the bed. I remember it was one of the Mystique ones or whatever, because it was in the brown jewel case thing, that puffy case. It was in one of those, and I remember sneaking it onto the Atari We had the telly games. And my brother getting pissed. He didn't want to get found out. And then he's all like, how'd you find out about him? Like, because I stash shit all, because we shared a room. Stash shit all over this room. There ain't a fucking thing in this room. I don't know what it is and where it's, you know. I was always like that, even growing up. Not paranoid, but aware of my surroundings. And I think a lot of that came from watching horror flicks. Honestly. I know it's cliche to say, but Laurie Strode was the only teenager aware of her surroundings, you know? The rest of them were occupied by whatever. And that's how they got dead. That's how they got dead. So, okay, so we got the orange on there as well as yellow. A little more yellow. I'm not going to fuck with any more red. I'm going to paint the inside of the wound, the edges here, black. And you'll see it here in a second. They were black originally, but I purposely, you know, overdid it. The only place I really taped off was the intestines. But, yeah, so I'm going to do that. So it's going to look like the skin is charring. It's pretty wild stuff. It's going to be fun. I love this fucking shit. But, yeah, I saw the prices that these cats were trying to get for these fucking things. Yeah, I love horror. I love it too, man. And I don't know if it even justified, you know, what they said that they were doing. I mean, maybe with the NES. The NES seemed about appropriately. You know, given a current market value, so to speak. All right, this one's caca. And, you know what? There's no one in my fucking living room. I'm going to turn the TV off. Excuse me. That's what you guys come here for. The dedication to professionalism on my channel. But, you know, I mean, given what an NES costs today, and then what they were asking for an actual physically refurbished one, I didn't think that was out of control. But pretty much every other console, I think, was fucking way higher than it fucking ever should have been. So I'm going to do this one little spot here. And the sculpt also has a bunch of little cuts and scrapes and stuff in it. So I'm going to be tossing some black into there too. It will eventually get like rust colors almost, like dried blood. So we'll get to all that when we get to all that. But I'm going to do a little section here and then show you what I'm talking about. Oh, it's in my fucking hand. But yeah, if anyone here is a fan of them or has had a good experience or a bad experience, I want to know more. I mean, I'm not going to order from the fucking guys. I got enough Atari stuff here. I don't need to overprice or overpay for, you know, something I get for $25 locally and just take care of myself. All right. There's a little cut right here. And one right here. Yeah, so if you're painting wounds, especially if they're smaller, get black into it first. And then build the colors from the darkest to the lightest. And regardless of what colors you go with, it will imply depth. And it's a really great cheat. It's a really great cheat. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know if you can even tell, but it's like the edge. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. But it looks like I'm fucking it up, but it's like a lip. I don't know. Picture your flesh ripped off. I'm painting the inside of the exposed wound. The wound. And then as my brush loses paint, I dry brush a little on the ribs themselves. Here, I'll do one right now. And I'll show you a close-up of one that hasn't been done and one that will be done. Or has been done. Alright, let me just make sure it looks good. Okay. Now, to you, it's just going to look black at first. But you see that one rib I charred up? if I do that to a handful more and then wipe a little bit off and maybe even touch it up with a little bit more yellow, it's going to start looking like, it's just embers burning now. So I'm going to work on that while we chitter chat. I was making Warhammer models. Right on. I've never ordered from there, Jet says. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I know anyone who has. I think it really is wholly like the larger YouTubers that have been fucking with them. Probably because they have the money. I wonder if it isn't one of those things where DKO's went to a bunch of larger YouTubers and said, let's start a scandal. Let's start a scandal. We'll all get publicity. You say that we're fucking up, but we won't fuck up, and the average consumer will get the right product, and he'll just turn into this thing, and then people will just have to buy something from us to see if they'll get a refurbished one or not, You miss my pigtails. Oh, I got it in a pony right now. It would be all right here. I'm sorry. And what's going on, Gabe? How you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Let me turn this light off. I bet you if I turn this light off and then show you, it might look a little bit better. Nah, not so much. It still looks like I'm fucking it up. Let's see. Mystique says, or Marky says, I will back from Battle Systems. They have better and cheaper games than Warhammer. Oh, okay, cool. I'm not really into tabletop, and so I have no idea what either of you guys are talking about. Slowly catching up to you. Ha ha! Nice, man. Nice. Wait, how many do you have now, bro? Or are you talking about my high blood sugar? Oh, it's fucked up. Alright. You know what the best part about painting on a corpse is? You can't fuck it up. Can't fuck it up. And that's real. That's wicked real. Alright, now I'm going to get on the inside of where the intestines are and get the edges there. Maybe I should have set up a second camera. You know what? Next time I come on with this, we'll get a camera. We'll get a second camera. I kind of feel bad now. Like I said, this was just something for me to do while we were chatting. Unless you paint it solid blue pool. No, I mean, they could just be a blue zombie, I suppose. But corpses can be fucking anything, really. I mean, think of all the fucking stupid ways people die. Smurf-themed fucking corpse. So I have a little something to share with you guys. I'm really excited about this. I'm not going to tell you too much about it, and I don't even know if it's going to be on this channel or not. But I'm going to start a little show called Will It Fuzz? And I don't want to give away too much. But let's just say I learned how to make a very cheap fuzz pedal. A very cheap fuzz pedal. That sounds great. That can be contained in anything. Anything. So it won't be about the actual fuzz pedal itself. It'll be more about what can I put it into that would fucking be cool and make sense, you know? I mean, I could sit there and just put it in anything and just drill a few holes. But it has to kind of make sense to the object, you know? Like, let's say I do like a spaceship. You would definitely have to put the guitar cables in the jets, right? You know, that kind of a thing. And, you know, the light, the LED, when you turn it on, will be like in the cockpit or something silly like that, you know. So, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so now I do have to look at it like this. So maybe we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do this. So there's not a lot of paint on my brush. So now I'm going to do what they call dry brushing. Now there's a little more paint there than I really wanted, but that's okay. It's okay. And now I'm just trying to hit the high spots with the dark. Normally you're trying to highlight by doing this. But since I want this fucker to look like they're burning still, we're going to slowly and surely dry brush black and then other colors like grays and stuff to give it the illusion of you know, smoldering embers and ash and stuff like that. So, but here's the tricky part about it. You have to load your brush with paint, but your brush can't have a lot of paint. So what I'm doing is I'm using it. Here's like a little cut right here. I'm putting it in the cuts first, again, to give the illusion of depth. This is all going to be covered up with other colors, so I'm not too worried about neatness here. So I'm doing that until I start noticing the brush isn't really distributing paint very much. So as I'm doing that, I'm keeping an eye on how much paint is coming off the brush. And see, now I'm at a good spot right now where I can stipple some spots. And then once the stippling stops working, then you can dry brush. So you enjoy my channel thinking you're going to learn how to do fucking arts and crafts, huh? Huh! Someone suggested creeps and crafts or something like that. We might have to do that. Alright, so Gabriel. Okay. Nothing much going on in the chat. Nothing much going on with the chat. I'm surprised no one's brought up a specific subject yet. It's an open chat. It's an open chat. It's an open chat. Yeah, it's going to take a lot more black than this, so actually I probably should be stippling it on with something like that. This little fucking brush, okay? I use it for the sloppiest jobs, you know, like stippling to make it uneven or just to, you know, whatever. If it's got to look nasty and rough, but still artistic, this is my go-to brush. And it's done a lot of really neat things. And the only reason I'm really bringing it up is because I got it at the fucking Dollar Tree. I was like, you know what? That'd be a cool one-time stipple brush for what I'm about to do, you know? And I just keep cleaning it, and it keeps on ticking. So, you know what? This is better than some of these brushes here I get at work. You know, I mean, it's that, you know, cheap hair, but then it comes out. But this was $2. This was $1. Don't get me wrong, I do have some nice brushes, though. I have a set of Princeton, are they Dakotas? I don't remember, but they're over there. That's for when I actually paint things, or paint on like canvas or whatever. But with this brush, it's a completely different technique. Instead of, I can't really go in here now, so I'm gonna get paint on it, and I'm gonna literally just go in circles on a paper towel, and then I can get in here and start stippling. But so no one really has anything on their minds to chat about, huh? I like it when the chat drives the show. I'm trying to think of any other current event kind of things gaming-wise. Yeah, I don't know. Aside from the DK Oldies, which I was just more curious about. Yeah, see, this is wonderful. Hear that? That's what I was looking for. Sternum. Ah, the light. You're not going to be able to see it that well. But it's starting to give that charred look, right? Oh, shit, I left the ribs. I left the ribs on the grill just a little too long. Give me some extra barbecue sauce here. And what's great about it is you can really get in on it, and it's going around the ribs perfectly. And it's just getting the spots I want it to and leaving the rest alone. And when you first start doing it, barely anything's coming off. But the more you do it, you know. I got a gift in the mail today from one of you cats. I'm not going to say who in case they didn't want me to. So if you want to claim it, it's all yours. It's this really rad dancing mummy. And it says Creeping It Real on the shirt. Hey, what's up, Shaw? I'm doing well, and you? We're making a crispy corpse. Crispy. And the fun thing about this is, if I go a little too much with the black, I have red, orange, and yellow still here, so no harm, no foul. Oh shit! Sorry guys. I gotta be a little bit more mindful of what I do. Yeah, let me finish this side and I'll show you what it looks like. But yeah, we'll get the mummy out just before we do the giveaway. And to remind anybody, if you're a member of the Creep Collective, you're in for the giveaway I'm doing on most streams. I have a whole bunch of stuff and I just want to get rid of it. And I figured this would be the coolest way to say thank you to basically everybody, past, present, future. I get a lot of really good support on this channel, which I don't get, but I appreciate every little bit of it because I enjoy doing this. I may not have been doing it as much lately, but you know, it comes in waves. You don't want to get burnt out, you know. It's not like this is my career. If I were doing this as a living, you bet your ass I'd be on it, but I am not doing it as a living. I'm just grateful to have any kind of an audience, like-minded or not, you know. Put a faint blue color on the rib to blend the black. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually thinking about putting a little bit on the inside just to give it that like little extra, you know, and maybe even a touch of white. So this is where we're at now. Can you kind of see what's going on now? Let me see if the light would help. No, the light's not going to help at all. It just makes everything look black. Yeah, I mean, my new phone has a wicked good camera. I may try to figure out how to connect that to OBS. I know there's an app that you can put onto the phone and the computer, and there's a way to use your Samsung device as a camera while, you know. We'll probably start using that here pretty soon. But if you follow me on Millie Macabre on Instagram, I know, so many fucking things, right? You will be seeing this tonight. You'll be seeing this tonight. After I get this next part done. And if you don't know, this is going to be a lamp. The light bulb is going to be up here. And this sits on the base. There's already a hole for the thing to go through. And I found a plastic neck bone vertebra. And yeah, it's going to be part of this thing I call the Eddie G collection. You know. But I don't tend to make the same things over and over again, except for like little guys. Like I'm going to be selling these glitter ghosts pretty soon. You can't really see the effect on it either because of the shitty camera, but they're transparent. But they got kind of like a blue haze with glitter inside of them. It's pretty cool. I got a whole box and everything for them. Any good retro shops in your way? There are a couple. There are actually a couple. I really only use one. The guy I got my, what do you call it? My Jaguar. My Jaguar. Bros! So I finally fired it up for the first time like 3 or 4 days ago. And we're going to be doing a video on that here pretty soon. I just wanted to fire up to see if it worked, right? Put the cartridge in, I do all the stuff, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And I hit the button. No power. I'm like, should have tested this the day I got it. So, unplugged it, put everything in, hit the button. No power. I'm like, God fucking damn it. I'm going through every possible way before even opening it up. I just wasn't pushing the cartridge in enough. I guess it's got a fail-safe that if you don't have the cartridge in, it won't even turn on, which is actually pretty cool. If I remember correctly, it was a mistake, whatever it was. And it just turned out to be a benefit, more so than not. So, I fired it up, played about maybe 5 minutes of, where did you learn to fly? And she didn't really say that too much. She didn't say that too much to me. So, I never realized that she didn't say it as much as most people think. And it honestly wasn't my first time playing it. Can you tell I can't remember the name of the game right now? Oh my God. I'm tired. Had a real rough work. Not a rough week at work, but a very physically demanding week. And when you get a bad hip, it takes its toll on you. Cybermorph. No, she didn't say it too much. And I did play it when I was younger, so it's not like I've never played it before, and I just didn't remember, I guess. Which I guess when AVGN did his video, I remember thinking to myself, I don't remember it being that obnoxious, but I guess it was. Maybe I was just too good, you know? I had an Amiga CD32 because I'm special. Yay! No, I'm just kidding. That's pretty fucking rad, man. Let's see. You don't live too far from the Game Underground. What do you think of Game Underground? Which one are they? The Game Zone is the guy in Salem. I haven't been to the Game Underground yet. I have not been to that one yet. And mainly because I just stopped, like, literally physically collecting. If I see something on the marketplace, I'll grab it. Waltham, yeah, it's that, like, white building. It's like a single-story building with a weird ramp thing. I can picture it in my head from the ads. If it's the one I'm thinking of. No, I have not been out that way yet. There's 2 in Revere Beach that I've been to that I'm not a big fan of. There's one in Lynn called Second Chance Gaming. He's the guy I got the Jaguar from. I'm not just saying this because he's a kid I went to school with. He graduated like a year or 2 after me, but I remember him being a really good kid. And he knows how to hustle. He knows his hustle, right? That's how he gets all the good shit. And he takes care of me. He takes care of me. Not because of this. I mean, I don't even think he watches any of this, nor does he give a shit. But he's always taking care of me. When I used to do the Christmas Secret Santa for Atari.io, which I have a lot of atoning to do over there, by the way. One year I got the No Swear Gamer, and there was a handful of games, NES games that he was looking for. And I went to my buddy at Second Chance Games in Lynn, Mass. He gave me a really good deal, and he's just a good guy. He's just a really good guy, and I send everyone to him. As a matter of fact, my new assistant manager and her fiance, boyfriend, whatever, recently got an N64. And they were excited, so I said, oh yeah, my buddy owns a shop. I know he's got a grip of games. Go check it out. And they were there that afternoon. I sent another former high school buddy over to him for a GameCube and a bunch of games for that dude's kid. You know? So if you're ever in the area, it's in Lynn. It's off of Boston Street. It's like you just take the right, and then you have to go to this park, and it's right there. Real easy to get to if you know the area. Really good dude. He's got a lot of really rad shit in there. He's got a think it's a Muppets Haunted House game for the PlayStation. But it's like a $90 game. I was just like, ooh, I want that. And I saw the price. I was like, ooh, not that fucking much, kid. But I know if I really wanted it, he'd take care of me. Plus, I know he got it as a goof by accident. And he didn't really pay too much for it. But no, I wouldn't fuck him over. Good guy. Good guy. So if you're ever in the area, that's where we're at now. I am going to move the microphone. The microphone's the reason why I'm not really showing you guys shit. My stupid little pop filter I made out of dirty nylons. There, can you see? Can you see what the rock is cooking? It looks all right so far. We're getting there. We're getting there. But Strider on the PS1 is expensive. I've never played Strider on the PS1. In fact, I didn't know Strider existed on the PS1 until, well, long after its life. I can tell you that. PS3 was around. I had no idea. None. And I was down with the PlayStation when it was new. I collected actively for it. It was the last brand new system I did. Before, of course, I got that 3DS. And now, of course, the Switch. Well, it's the girl Switch. I just have all the games for it. How fucked up is that? Is that fucked up? The girls are the ones that got that for Christmas like 2-3 years ago, whenever it was. But I think they have 4 games total of like the 15 that are over there. All of them are mine. All of them are mine, and hardly any of them are any games that they would even give a fuck about. Except for my Mario Odyssey. I got that so they could play it. But, wanted it. Gabe, if you're still in here, that Mario Kart fucking remote control thing, man, Lily played with that thing for like a good year and a half. She loved it. She set up shit all over the house. I mean, there's only so far that the camera would reach, but that was wicked fun. Alex, what's up, man? I didn't even look to see who said that about Strider. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. Feel awful now. Awful, awful. All right, so if anyone's just coming in, any member of the Creep Collective, past, present, and future, well, you have to be a present one. This is what tonight's prize is. So, you have to live in the lower 48 or say, I'll pay for shipping, motherfucker. Because I just don't have the scratch to send shit abroad, Fuck, I can't even pay for Canadian shipping. Man, that's looking great. I am going to have to put a little bit more reds and yellows inside of there. But for the most part, I think we've got it. So let me get the other brush out again. Actually, this is where I should probably bring out the Posca pens and just do, like, lines. No, not Tony lines. Fucking junkies. No, we're going to use a completely different red this time. How does one join? There's a join button somewhere, I don't, just under the video, I think. Honestly, that's how bad of a fucking creep guy, YouTube guy. I don't even know where the fuck the thing is. It's like a 99-cent kind of job. But again, it's not really about the buck. I mean, what's a buck gonna do? It's telling me that you're serious and that you'll give me your address if you win something. Because there's nothing worse than trying to fucking chase some fucking guy down. And then come to find out, oh yeah, adding a little bit more color to this. Oh my God. It is looking good. Again, you're not going to be able to tell. I'll put my fingers on what ribs. Right here. In between the ribs, anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to spot it a little bit with some red. And then I'll go back in with yellow later on. Just not a lot. A couple little dots here and there. just to give it some color, you know? Because the black can get overwhelming. It can get overwhelming. There's a lot of orange up by the fucking neck. There's a lot of orange. We don't want that. Yeah, I'll get a little bit here on the edges of the ribs. Going down like right here, down the sternum. It's gonna be cool. So yeah, if you ever go to Second Chance Gaming, Second Chance Video Games in Lynn, Massachusetts, just let them know that I sent you over there. I don't get any kickback or anything, you know. But it's nice to know that you got people out there looking out for you, and I want them to know that I'm that kind of guy. I'm that kind of guy. And again, one of the rules we're adding to the giveaway is if you win something, you can't be in the next one. But you will be in every other one until you win again, okay? If we get into a situation where like one person keeps winning, I will jump in at that point and be like, all right, I get it, but I'm gonna veto this right now, that kind of a thing. Because there's so many different fucking things that could go wrong with giveaways, and it's always a problem. It's always a problem. As long as everyone understands that no weirdness is going to be going on. Don't get all fucking super weird about it. Alright. No one's getting favoritism or anything like that, I promise. Absolutely promise. Except for you, Alex. You get extra hugs. You know what bums me out, Alex, about us being actual friends in real life? I don't really call you Captain Obvious anymore. Alright, so now what I'm doing is I'm getting a little of this red into where the little cuts and everything that I told you I put black in there, and letting a little bit spray out onto the skin. The flesh tones are going to be the very last thing I do, so that's going to cover everything. Yeah, of course you get extra, brother. Of course you get extra. I was working on the 335 copy last night. I put new strings on it. Now I'm just letting them settle. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll let this dry and I'll grab the guitar. And I'll play that for the last however long. You know? And what's great about paints in these little cups is I have lids for them. I don't know why I laughed like that. Who gives a fuck? Mandalorian. New season started today. You had no idea how excited I am. No idea. I'm this excited. I got my Mando doll. Yeah, I'll call him a doll. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking secure with my masculinity. I play with dolls and action figures and all kinds of stuff. Hell, I even play with your mom. Me saying gilly is the Irish way of saying giggity. Anyone seen that video? I want to say it was a TikTok video. There's a lady on there, she's got an abnormally large chin. And I don't know. I guess I don't know what the shtick of her account is, if she's a body positive person or whatever. But good for them. But she had a comment on the screen that said, "What the fuck happened to your chin?" or something like that. And she just stared into the camera for a good however long and then went, giggity, and then showed a picture of Quagmire. I was like, Whoa! I almost wish my chin was like that so I could make that very joke. I'm not poking light at it. I'm not poking light at the woman's deformity or whatever. That wasn't the point of bringing it up. It was her response that was fucking epic. Quagmire is one of my favorite characters on that show. And it's not because he's a friggin' womanizer or whatever. So don't fucking go there. So many weirdos like to go political on YouTube channels. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Ooh, that was a little too much red. We're going to have to put some black in there. Alright. You know, I'm going to dry brush a little bit on the top too. You're barely even going to see it. It's going to be subtle as fuck. Just doing this. Get a little on the top. You know what's a great tool for painting? Your finger. Doing that a lot. Pretty rad. So yeah, so we got that coming up. All over the place. Will it fuzz? I just don't know if it's going to be over here on the Creepy Crawl. Probably the Creepy Crawl. That's where all my guitar stuff is. My birthday's coming up next week, and during the next week or so, I'm going to reorganize all this space. I'm kind of glad you can't see it, but I wish you could see just how fucking cluttered I've made it. I have a big, long folding table. It was supposed to just literally have my Mandalorian stuff. It was supposed to be space for the Atari Lego, which we have yet to build, and I can't remember if it's an 8th scale or a 6th scale Night Industries 2000 kit. This giant model. I've been getting pieces like every month, 4 or 5 issues every month to build this thing. But I have nowhere to do it. So I'm rethinking the area, and also giving stuff away to my members is another thing. So, if you're not a member yet, go ahead and join. I don't mind asking. Jet Screamer is my most recent. I really appreciate that, my friend. 99 cents, you can win all kinds of cool stuff. It's my way of saying thank you. Again, like-minded or not. Like-minded or not. Okay, so now we're going to go back in. I'm not even going to clean the brush. I'm going to dip in a little bit of yellow, but we're going to do a little bit less because yellow will make it, a little too much. Like, I'm literally just putting like little dots on here and just tapping them away. You can barely see the yellow. I'm taking away any opacity. Any. In between the ribs. Can't get my finger in there. Oh, that's what I got this for. Little nipple fucking pasties. There we go. Got a little more paint on here. Yeah, I'll grab the guitar here in a few minutes. Grab the guitar. Grab the guitar. We'll fucking sing Kumbaya. So, yeah, going back to the TikTok thing. Fucking 5 posts, that's all it took to get kicked off. But I am still on there under Amelia McCobb. I guess I started an account a long time ago called Angry Irish. And I don't know if I was going to like do your typical angry political thing and just bitch about things that bother me in the world. Politically, in most cases, And then said, you know what, there's just too much of that shit out there already, and stopped. I don't even remember setting it up, honestly. But it sounds like something I would do. Freebird. Play Freebird. But are we really ever free? One of my favorite uses of that is a movie we may be watching on this channel here pretty soon. I was actually thinking about it the other day. I was saying to myself, I haven't done a fucking movie loft video in a long time, a commentary track. So I came up with a movie. It's part 2 to a, not necessarily a series, but kind of, sort of. And what's going on, Spider? How you doing, my friend? How are you doing? All right. Get that in there. Get that in here. All right. I think I'm just going to leave it be for now. Put this back over here. So I don't need the space anymore. So this is where we're going to end up today. It's where we're ending up today. And it's, you can't really tell. My lighting and shit sucks. But if you follow me on anything else, I'm going to be posting pictures in a little bit. So now let me leave it like that. Maybe you can see it. I'm seeing a screen like this big, so I don't know what it looks like on an actual big screen. But that's where we're at today. We're going to get the back done and everything. So this is going to be a long-ass project. And like I said, that the final skin tones are going to be the very last thing we do on it. So if I have no Sing Kumbaya one more time. Oh, yeah. Dude, I haven't seen Heathers in forever. That was such a good movie, you know. Most dudes, it's my understanding that dudes weren't supposed to like that movie. We get picked on for it, but I didn't give a shit. At least locally here, it was considered a chick flick of sorts, but not your typical chick flick. Kind of like a emo chick flick, or I don't know. Not necessarily emo, but some kind of emotional alternative something or other. The weirdos, you know. Where the fuck are the lids to those? Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm not covering these up right now. That's bothering me. I'm sure it's bothering you that I'm not looking at you. But, what can I cover this with for now? I don't want it to dry out. I'll just cover it with another paint cup. But Captain Bob's Art Show is being digitalized now. Who's Captain Bob? Or are you talking about Bob Ross? That's awesome. I remember the movie Loft. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. You're talking about on Channel 38. Fuck yeah. That's where I got the name from. Let me go grab that 335 copy. Can't guarantee it's in tune because, like I said, I just strung it up the other day. Let me get a strap. Alright, here we go. I'm coming. I broke out my Les Paul last night for the first time in over like a month or two. I didn't forget I had it. I was going to go somewhere with it, and I can't remember. I think I was thinking about trading it in when I got my new amp. And instead I ended up going with the amp and keeping the Les Paul, but I guess it is kind of in tune. But, yeah, I haven't played it in so long. It's like, I've been fucking with these cheap guitars for so long now. It's like, I pick up a guitar that, you know, a nice American-made guitar, Les Paul. And there is a world of difference. There really is a big fucking world of difference. Now, I love the guitars I have. In fact, there's only one guitar I'm not really a big fan of that I have. Well, no, I'm sure there's a couple. There we go. I watched it in the mid-70s. I was sorry about that. I was talking about Captain Bob used to be on early Saturday mornings. Oh, okay. You know, I probably have watched it. I just don't remember it. Probably just don't remember it. I was talking about a guitar, the V. My V I don't really like too much. I bought it, and I wanted so badly to fall in love with it, but it's not happening. I was bringing it up because I was saying, like, there's really only one guitar that I don't like, but... Robin Williams as Popeye, yeah, yeah. And Shelley Duvall as Olive Oil. It's got a weird playing. I got a Bigsby on it now, right? And the bar sticks out way further than I think it should. These springs are too big. So I'm going to grind it down here. I should have done it while I had the strings off of it, but I keep bumping the table with it. So you saw Popeye in the theater? Wow. What year did that come out? 70... What year did it come out? Someone tell me what year that came out. I didn't see it until it was on the movie channel. Cool. Tuna time. That's why I hardly ever play guitar. 1980. Okay. Okay. So I suppose I could have seen it in the theater. I don't think I did, but I thought that was more of a mid-70s flick. I guess that wouldn't make sense either, since they weren't really around then, as far as you know. Sure, I guess Duvall was. No, that 1980s when The Shining came out too. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was maybe more of a 70s thing. I still haven't given this thing an intonation or a setup or anything like that. I got it playable. And I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to set it up and make it play good, because of the circumstances in which it was given to me and what I feel like it represents. I have a whole video about it on my vlog channel, The Creepy Crow. But this guitar was purchased for me by our friend Mr. Alex down here in the chat, his daughter. He saw a video I was talking about. My very first electric guitar was an Aria, just exactly like this, same finish and everything. And then when my father bought me my first actual, like, you know, metal guitar, my Kramer ST600. There's a black one on reverb. The guy wants $1,000 for it. Everyone else wants $400 for him, but the one I had was black. So I'm trying to whittle this guy down. But long story short, I gave that one to a buddy of mine. We smashed it against his fireplace mantle. We cranked it up and we're like, you know. And I just got, I smashed it. So, yeah, you got to set it up. I know, but I'm getting there, Alex. I promise. That guitar, at the higher registers, I mean, the strings were far off. You could do a lot of cowboy chord stuff, but not really much. And I think that's why I didn't like it, but my dad saw it was still going to push through with it, you know. He got a piece of shit for like $50, you know, to see if I would do it. And I was doing it, so he got me the nice one, so I smashed that one. Plus, you also got to remember, I was in the thrash And this was old man caca, according to my very young, early adolescent self, I wanted to play that. I didn't want to play. No, I was all about the. You know? So getting back to this guitar, I feel like it needs to play well enough and not perfect. I don't want it to play perfect. I want it to frustrate me. Because I didn't give that other guitar. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking to yourself, what the fuck is he talking about? What is he going fucking weirdo on us? Yeah, I am a weirdo. When it comes to art and music, 100 fucking percent, kid. I don't know. There's some atonement to do with that other guitar, and yeah, it will eventually get set up. I promise. In fact, I'm not even going to do the setup. Because of what I just said, I can't bring myself to fucking do it. So I'm probably going to give it to a local shop to have it set up. And place the nut and all kinds of good stuff. So. Love that fucking song. Handheld King, what's going on? What do you think of the Neo Geo Pocket Creep? I think it's an interesting piece of hardware. I didn't get along with the weird thumb thing, again, because I'm not really into that kind of a deal. But I almost bought one. They had a couple of the translucent colored ones. I believe the one I was going to get was like a blue, like a real light sky blue or something like that. Really great little thing. I don't know. I'm not a handheld guy, but I saw the prestige in owning one of those back in the day. So I almost bought it just for that. A lot of really great games on it. It's just sad that it didn't really make its mark. I think anything Neo Geo should excel. They're the kings. They're the kings of what they do. Bigsby. And oddly enough, it goes back in tune unless I dive bomb it. But with a Bigsby, I just want to do little. It's still in tune. Kind of in tune. It's not intonated yet, so it's not going to sound in tune at all times. So there's like a string here and there that's going to be a little off. But we'll get there. Again, going back to I just want to keep it that way. So let's see. How long have I been on for? An hour and 15 minutes almost. Wow. Did I post it on Instagram? I got a brand new overdrive pedal. There's this cat that comes into my work all the time, and he's like asking about the Montana spray cans and all this stuff, right? And I've come to find out he does custom pedals. He makes custom pedals. And I was like, I'm looking for a drive pedal right now, actually, dude. I'd like to get something that's pretty close to a Proco Rat, And he's like, you know what? I made this pedal for a buddy of mine. And he's like, it's a Proco basically, but the bass knob is actually more of a presence kind of thing. And the lower you get, the more gain you squeeze out of it, and it keeps the highs, relative. And then the less that you put into it, it becomes a little more transparent, a little more fuzzy, so to speak. Really wonderful pedal. I wish I could show it to you guys, but if you follow me on the Instagram, I post the pictures there. And we're going to be looking at it here pretty soon. I'm actually going into my Instagram right now to see if there is a picture, and if not, I'm going to remedy that. Fantastic pedal. So I found out where he gets his, there's a picture. There's a picture. It's a haunted house themed one. You see it right by my thumb here. Of course, I have Atari Haunted House there. Yeah, Go check that out. It's a pretty nice pedal, but that started. Will it fuzz? But no, I found out where he gets the boards, and it turns out the guy's here in Topsfield. I didn't even realize that. He's, well, not here. Here's Melrose, but he's only about 45 minutes north of me. Up Route 1. And it got here in like 2 days. It was $10 for just the board. I got to still populate it. I don't keep bins of electronics, so I'm gonna have to either scavenge for it or maybe just be like, "Can somebody put this together for me real quick?" But it's a fuzz face with a switch where you can use different. You can either use the German transistors or, the geraniums or whatever they're called, or the whatever. So you could choose between the two different generations of it, or maybe three of them. I can't remember how many. But I'm going to be building it into this ginormous box. I wanted a nice round one because the original was called a fuzz face. But I want to make one called the fuck face. I could not find a round housing. If any of you guys know where I can get a little round housing for a guitar pedal, like 1.5 inches deep at best, I don't care what the size. It has to at least be, 5 inches. But I'd rather go that route and actually draw the face on it. I actually want to put the face from King Crimson, Core of the Crimson King, or whatever the fuck it's called. That face on there, and then in psychedelic letters, fuck face. But I might build that live. I think we did my synth live, didn't we? The Mint synth that, yeah, we did. That Willie of Arcade USA gave me for Christmas one year. I think I got him for Secret Santa. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. But he sent it up to me anyway. Oh, no, it was alongside of an I.O. junk box. That's right. And once we get up to 10 members in the Join Club, we might be doing a retro jump box. Members only. And basically what that's going to be is I'm going to load it up with a bunch of retro goodies and send it out to a list of people. It's going to be a priority box, so it's going to be a one cost no matter who ships it where, as long as it's in the States. And the idea is you're going to open it up, pull a few things out that you like, and then replace it with equal value stuff. It's not going to be crazy. It's literally called a junk box, right? And send it to the person next on the list, right? And you'll get their address privately, and then so on and so on. You don't say what was in there, and you don't say what you left in there. You just show what you took out, and you don't tell anybody what you put in there. And it just does that, and it goes through the whole thing, and then I show you what originally started in the box, and then when it gets back to me, I'll show you guys what came back and what new stuff I got. So it's a fun thing that everyone can do. It's never anything super valuable, but it came alongside of one of those. We used to do that all the time. Be like, oh, okay, so Willie's my next target. All right, well, I'm going to ship out the junk box, but he's going to get a second package, that kind of a thing. So we used to do that shit all the time. He sent me this little kit. It was a synthesizer that fits into a little Altoids can. Actually, I think I have it right here. Well, absolutely I do. I might even have batteries in it. This guy. Yep, I got batteries in it. And it's got a bunch of knobs or dials right here and buttons right here. And each one of the buttons, if depressed and held, will control something else. And then you can play around with these to make it to your taste. And then move on to the next one. And then you can twist certain things. I don't know a lot about synthesizers and stuff like that, but I'm really getting into it. I have the Atari Synth cart. I want to start playing around with that. I actually want to work with somebody to make an actual physical keyboard. I have the number pads, the good one, the one that looks like a door stopper, the wedge. Not that little thin credit card looking fuck with the buttons, but with the rubber dealios. And I want to build the keyboard into an Atari 2600 shell so I can make it as a self-contained thing and actually have speakers coming from it eventually. I'm getting really big into this. So I even got one of these stupid little fucking speakers that Five Below, man. And it's got these lights and it does this thing. We won't play with this today, but we built this live on my channel if you want to go back and look that up. But it was a kit that Willie sent me. And I'm grateful for it because it's going to help me make music here pretty soon. And I can't wait. So Alan says, you should listen to the metal song called Dig Dig. A Hole by Windrose. Oh, Dig Dig. Hole by Windrose. Okay. Let me write that down. There we go. Cool. I'll check that out later on, Alan. Thanks, bro. So there's another benefit to being a member. Now, here's the thing, though. You run a risk with that. You run a couple of risks with doing the junk boxes. One, that someone just fucking takes it and just leaves, just disappears. Or people will take out, like, say someone puts a Game Boy in there, right? The actual Game Boy. They'll pull that out and put, like, 2 copies of Combat and then send it off. You run that risk. And what used to end up happening, like with Willie, is he just has so much stuff already that it's hard for a box like that to make it fun for him. Maybe I should give this a setup. I've noticed I'm skipping notes and stuff. I haven't even tried this out through the new pedal. We're going to do that tomorrow. That and my Les Paul. So I want to do stuff like that. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be doing a lot with this channel. And hopefully it'll grow. I don't think I'll ever do a Patreon. I mean, I've signed up for it, but never did anything with it. I keep getting emails from them. Saying, hey, hi, this is Sally with whatever, whatever the chick's name is that they use. Finish it up so you can get rich off of these people who watch your fucking content. I'm all set with that. I'm a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Oh, okay, man. Yes, the guitar is out tonight. It wasn't earlier. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, I'm live right now, okay?
Alright. You finished work, Bubba?
I'm sorry?
I finished a dance today.
Did you? Cool. She's in competition dance. And they just finished their dance. Oh, I'm live right now, hon.
I have 5 competition dances this year.
Cool. Let me finish this, please. Rock and roll. Okay. We're about to do the giveaway, and then I'm going to sign off. Not because they're home, but I was actually on my way doing that. So what was I even saying? You should see the song. The guitar's out. Yeah, it wasn't out earlier. We were painting earlier. As a matter of fact, the guitar's going to go away. And since people are home and I wasn't paying attention to the time, let's give this fucker away. Let's give this to one of you cats. So let me switch screens here. And maybe this time you guys will actually see it happening. Last time we did this, it didn't go so well. Let me just double check a few things. I'm going to leave the screen up for like a few seconds. If there's anybody who is a member and you're not on this list except for S Mill because they won last time, and I'm not going to let people, the winners of one, like whoever wins this won't be in the next one, but they'll be in every other one until they win another one. So, speak now or forever hold your peace. So I'm going to just do this for a few minutes. If you're not on there, let me know. I'm going to look at the chat here for a few seconds because once I go into that, I can't see the chat. So, no new members right now. But if you're already one, speak now. I'm going to give it one more minute, and then we're going to give it away, and I'm going to sign out because they probably want to watch TV and talk, and they're not the most courteous people to be around. They won't sit there and say, "Oh, I think he's just streaming, so we're going to be courteous." No, if they get into a fight, they're going to scream and yell and all that stuff. But it is what it is, and that's why I don't do it so often anymore. So, all right, let's give it away. Let's give this thing away. Dun 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 dun. Okay, you guys can see it. All right, click the wheel spin, and I'm just going to hit it once. Whoever wins, wins, okay? Last time I did this, like, you had to hit it as many people as was there. No, I'm just going to hit it once. Hands are tied here on top of my head. Bam, Troy Peterson. There you go, man. Congratulations, bro. Facebook or Instagram is your best place to find me. Give me your address and I'll get this out sometime this coming week, man. Troy Peterson. Let me write that down. Not that it's not forever etched in the world of the YouTubes. Troy. All right. And there you go, man. There you go. So I am going to remove you and then put S. Mill back for next week. Now, you guys are all right. Just don't yell. That'll be him next week. And that's it. Let me get back to the screen where I can see you guys. So, rad, yeah. If you're watching this at any time, man, let me know. I'll give it a week. And get a hold of me. And this is all yours. I'll, of course, make a post. I'll make a post, and in case you missed it, you don't have to be watching at any, because I don't stream on the regular, so it's one of those things where, I'm just random. So you didn't have to be here for that. So let me put the right screen on. What's up, Creep? Haven't checked in since the VCS was about to flop. Can't say I'm not surprised. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? How you doing? We're actually just about to wrap up. I'm so sorry. We just gave this away to one of my Creep Collective members. So if you want to become that cat, by hitting that button, of course you're going to give me $1 a month. But it's more of a financial commitment that if you do win something like this, I'm not going to chase you down for it. You're going to give me your address, okay? And that you actually want to participate and you're in the lower 48 states. And you understand that if you are not in the lower 48 states, you will be paying the shipping. So that's what all that means. Let me just give it away now. Oh yeah, I wish I had a bass. I'd be playing that bass line. What a wicked great song. What a great song. So guys, I had fun tonight. We started off by painting a corpse with burning embers, which I still have a lot more work to do. And next time I do something like that, I promise I will bring out the tripod and put a second camera onto it so you can see what's happening. And more importantly, I'll remember to turn the mic on, and then if I move it, I won't unplug it. So there's two sections of this that you don't hear me. So guys, I hope you all have a great night. Tonight starts my weekend, so maybe we'll do this one more time this week. If not, I'm going to be working on a couple of videos, Jaguar, and a few other things to get caught up to speed. So thank you always for watching. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, guys, take care. Creep it real. Leave your feedback, thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. And bye-bye. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate it. I love you, each and every